What's up, guys, and welcome to the video on how to get bitches. I'll be one of the men here helping you get bitches, but before you can get to my part, I have a couple of interviews that I want you to take a look at before we get to my part. So a little bit of the timestamp. My part starts at 35 minutes and 16 seconds after I interview all the other men that I got for the video. So yeah, cheers everyone, and hope that this helps you get bitches. Peace out. I'll see you on my part of the video. Have fun learning about how to get bitches and how to keep them. And I hope this helps you out in the future. So yeah, here, welcome to the guide, complete full guide on how to get bitches. Here we go.
Alright guys, so welcome to the video on how to get bitches. You're the first person I'm interviewing for the video. But before we start, would you like to plug anything before we start?
If you're interested in my self-improvement YouTube channel, you can check it out. I don't know, I'll send the link to you or something. I don't know.
Alright, I'll put it on the screen. Alright. Alright, I have 10 questions for you, man. Let's start it.
You have 10 now? Okay.
Yeah, alright. What thing was the most important for you to get bitches? This could be something like stepping outside your comfort zone or etc.
I would say, I definitely say it's confidence, because like, if you just like think that you're not worth like bitches, then you're gonna act in that way. But if you understand that like you attract bitches, then like you can get bitches. But obviously that confidence like comes from a lot of factors. Like you gotta like actually like work on yourself, and like, you know, you gotta get it to a point where, you know, you can actually talk to people and you can feel confident in yourself.
Alright, I like that answer.
Okay,
Alright,
okay.
just let me know when you want to go on to the next question. Alright? Yeah, okay.
Sure.
Next question. How much effort would you say you have to put in to get bitches and keep them on a scale of 1 through 10? You can elaborate on your answer if you want.
10 in a sense, but at the same time 0.
Yeah, because, I mean, I guess it depends on where you're starting at. So, like...
Yeah, that too, but also, like, you can put 0 effort in, but the only bitches you'll pull are, like, the fat, like, ugly bitches.
Yeah.
but like, if the more you work on yourself and the more attractive you're, like, the more you work on yourself, and like, let's say, I don't know, I used to be a 2 out of 10, and like I worked on myself, I'm a 5 out of 10 now. I'll attract more bitches. But
yeah, and higher quality
to that
too.
point, yeah, getting to that point is a fucking struggle, and it's really hard, but you gotta put that effort, you feel me? And yeah, so I would say 10 or 0.
Alright, I like that answer. Alright. What are some things you need or have to do to get bitches?
Okay, step number 1, hygiene. Like, bro, if you fucking smell like dog water with, I don't know, garbage fucking...
Some crushed ball up in there.
Bro, if you smell like your crusty ass office chair, then that's a no-go, man. That is something you absolutely need, hygiene. And bro, if you have hygiene, you're already better than like 20% of men, which is like fucking sad, but...
Anything else? Anything else?
What you need? I gotta go with, what's the word? I gotta go with, like, having a good personality. Like, people are like, oh, be yourself. But like, bro, if your personality is just
asshole,
dick, like ass, like if you're an asshole, then like, you know,
nobody's gonna like that.
Then no one's gonna like you. Even dudes, like, they don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, like if you can't get dudes to talk to you, you ain't getting bitches to talk to you. Let's be honest.
You ain't getting bitches, bro. Like, crazy. So right. I'm not saying you shouldn't act in a certain way. I'm just saying like you should do some introspective work and try and, you know, become a better person.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on. What would you say your girlfriend or bitches like most about you, or in general? So like, what would a girl like about you the most, would you say? And like, how could you apply it to somebody else?
I would say like my personality or my character in the relationship.
Yeah.
Like, actually, like, I was able to like comfort women in my lifetime, and also like, I'll be completely honest, bro. Like, they fucking love it when like you do that like corny, like meaningful shit, and like you send them like those meaningful like messages or whatever. Like, they fucking love that shit, bro. So I'd say that. and the fact that like you can actually like care about them and actually fucking
Yeah, I'd
take care
say
of
showing
them.
that you care is
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What do you have to be good at or develop to get bitches? What would you say is something you have to develop?
Something you develop?
Yeah.
I would say like trusting your gut's a good one. Or
What does that mean?
I'd also say discipline and like doing like okay, I'll start with the introspectiveness, or what did I say? Introspectiveness?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically like we're trusting your gut, right?
Mhm.
Like if she's like if she says, like, women are hard as fuck to understand, man, but if she's like, no, I'm fine, she's not fine, okay? And if she's like, even though you have to do something, she's like, no, just like 10 more minutes, like, bro, just don't listen to her. Like this is controversial as fuck and I sound like a dickhead, but you got to do what you like, what's best for you feel me?
Yeah.
And so I'd say, yeah, trusting your gut is 100% like something
you have to develop. All right.
And then discipline, like, bro, if you play video games all day and you don't do shit and you like eat butter chicken and you sit in your crusty chair all day and don't do anything, bro, like that's not interesting. Like no woman would want to be with you if you're not interested. You don't have shit going on with your life.
Yeah, that's kind of
Like,
funny because that was gonna be one of my main points in the video. But yeah, keep going.
Oh, okay. Like, you know, shout out to
Golden Gamer Man.
You gotta do, you know, you can go to a hockey game, you can
Hell
invite
yeah.
people for a sleepover, like you can do
Oh,
fun
yeah.
stuff, like women will like that.
Yeah. You gotta stay interesting.
Yeah, you gotta.
So I'm glad that you talked about. What sort of personality traits would you say girls like to see in a guy they're interested in, or like what's something that kind of like makes them like tick, or is attractive per se, or like maybe some that like they wouldn't want to see.
They wouldn't want to see.
Yeah, like both. You can do both. You can talk about both.
Would want to see, I guess, like being funny, or yeah, being funny is a big one. Like you got to be able to tease the woman. Like you got to take like you got to, in certain situations, you got to make light of it and like play around with her like emotions, if that makes sense. Because like the best way to talk to girls honestly is just by teasing them and being more playful with your conversations. Like if you're just like, what's your favorite color? Bro, that's not gonna fucking, she's not gonna be, oh my god, my favorite color is pink.
Holy shit, bro, pink? Oh my god, yo, that's not happening, bro. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's not happening.
That's not happening. So keep it playful, keep it interesting is what you're saying?
Yeah. And
I like that.
Yeah, things that are unattractive, it's just like what you'd find unattractive in anyone. So like, I don't know, if he's
like
fucking,
a slob.
Yeah, if he's a slob.
Racist.
If he's fucking racist all the time, if he, I don't know, if he thinks people are horrible, like bro, it just, the person you don't want to be around, just imagine that and just don't be that guy.
Yeah, I like that actually. I like that. All right, let's move on. In general, what would you say are some of the keys to getting bitches?
Some of the keys to getting bitches.
This one you might need to think about a little bit. Take your time. I can always cut out these parts.
So what are the keys? What are the keys to getting bitches? I think it's okay. I actually have a good answer. I think it's a lot mindset based. You need to change the mindset to, oh, a girlfriend's going to make my life better. No, you gotta make it to, she wants to enter into my life, and like I am the prize. Like I am what should be desired.
Shit, yo, this is getting deep.
Because then, like, it just changes your it just changes your like mindset completely. It's more like, oh, okay, I need to have like, they say like you need to love yourself before you love someone else. Like you got to make sure you have good mental health. You gotta, you know, make sure your life's interesting again. You know, take care of yourself, hygiene.
to put in my 2 cents, like, you don't want to just get bitches just to have them, to like be that guy who has them. You kind of just like you want to have one just because like you can feel better but yourself, and like have this comforting little relationship in your life that can help you through it. I'd say.
Yeah. That's good.
Anyway, you can continue with what you were saying. So mindset is just like, yeah, I like that actually. That's gonna be a good answer. I think that's a unique answer too, that we're not gonna see in any of the other interviews which I'm gonna do. Anyway, what steps did you take to try and get bitches? Did any of the steps work? So, if you haven't done this in a while, it could be like, what steps could you take that would be effective?
What steps? Okay. First, I used to be like this fucking depressed kid, skinny as fuck, ugly as fuck, nasty as fuck. Honestly, what hit me the most was definitely like depression and anxiety, and like I struggle with it. And so what really got me out of it wasn't fucking antidepressants or like eat your favorite snack to feel better about yourself. Like, no, fuck that. It was literally just starting to take care of myself and having more respect for myself. And I think like the first step for me was definitely hygiene. Like I started fucking wearing deodorant, started like brushing my tongue so my breath smelled better.
Hell yeah.
Getting an actual skincare routine, like all of
Tongue lives matter.
The first step. The second step was exercising, so I had better mental health, and also just I could feel more proud of my body and who I was. And then next was like meditating, which like helped me like get like just it helped me deal with anxiety.
Yeah. So to summarize,
it helped me with anxiety and get like make me feel better about myself. And eventually, like I just became more attractive, had more confidence, and I was able to just talk to more people, get in abundance. Yeah.
Hell yeah. So like, how would you summarize what you said?
How would I summarize what I said?
Yeah.
Take care of yourself, and just start talking to more people.
Yeah, I'd say bring yourself out of your comfort zone, talking to more people will help you like just get better at talking to the person you're attracted to or like wanting to get into a relationship with.
Not good just bitches, like also guys.
Yeah, everybody, honestly, everybody. Like even your family, like that'll also help with your family. Yeah. So like that's a good skill in general that you guys can work on. All right, just 2 more questions to go. So how do you maintain a relationship with a girl once you've started a relationship with them, or like what could you do to maintain the relationship?
Mystery. Well, and like you're gonna be like, what the fuck, mystery? What does that mean? Like, do it. Basically, I made this mistake, but it's like spending too much time with your girl, because eventually, like, you're gonna be, usually when you spend time with your girl, like, you're indulging in like instant gratification. You're like doing nothing. You're just watching a movie. You're eating junk food, and like if you keep doing that, you're just gonna like all that like working out and all that like improving yourself and like actually having an interesting life, you just took it out of your life again, and eventually you're gonna not be boring or not be interesting. She's gonna know everything about you, and so like that's why she's not gonna get as interested anymore, and she you might break up or whatever. So the best way is mystery, and how you maintain that is just by like obviously spend time with her, but like do the things that you need to do. Go outside, go hang out with your friends, spend time with your family. Like that's what you got to do.
I like that actually. That's a good answer. That actually got me thinking a little bit. All right. For our last question today, just in general, what tips do you have for the viewers to help them get bitches? Just in general, any tips?
Any tips?
Yeah.
Now, like I've been saying, like just honestly, just slowly cut out the things that are harming you, and start living life, and become a better person. Oh, I'd say also hope. Hope is very important. Just keep believing in yourself. Keep believing that
if you don't have hope in the first place, nothing's really gonna happen. Honestly, if you don't have that mindset of that you can do it and you can get bitches and you can get females to talk to. You're not, if you don't have that, you're not going, this is not going to happen. None of this will happen. You will not get bitches. Let's just be honest here. It will not happen. So it all starts out with that. I'd say that's a good point. That to like, you know, that's a good tip. So yeah, Kaito, thank you for coming out, bro. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're here. And
No, thanks for having me.
so yeah, thank you for coming out, man. Got anything else to say before we, you know, cut off the interview? All right, thanks for coming out, man.
Yeah, no problem. You can fuck. If you're interested in my self-improvement YouTube channel, you can check it out. Eat butter chicken.
Hey, shout out to my boy Dilpree, bro.
What's your favorite color? Bro, that's not gonna be. He's not gonna be.
Better just.
Oh my god, my favorite color is pink.
Holy shit, bro, pink? Oh my god, yo, that's not happening, bro. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's not happening. I used to be like this fucking depressed kid, skinny as fuck, ugly as fuck, nasty as fuck. And
I definitely
think,
say none of those things are who you are now. I just like to put that out there. You're a homie, bro.
Like, oh my goodness. Good communication. Good. You need to have good communication. Talk through it. Shut up, bro. It's not that deep, man. Stop doing stuff and start doing stuff.
Yeah, my boy Kaito's gotten 2 bitches in the past just to make him credible. You know what I'm saying?
I crushed my balls this morning.
Alright, I think this is a good time to, yo, just end it, bro. Let's go.
That's all, folks.
Arden, welcome to my video on how to get bitches. You are the second person I'm interviewing today for the video. Would you like to plug anything before we start, though?
No, I think I'm all good.
No, you don't want to plug your YouTube channel real quick?
Oh, yeah. My YouTube is Arden's Updates. That's it.
What do you post? What do you post?
Projects I do in my garage, restorations, builds, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he does lots of construction type stuff. He does like gas pump restoration. Like, what is your big project doing right now? You're doing like
It's
shop renovation or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does shop renovations. It's very interesting, actually. Go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description, and I'll put his channel on the screen. Anyway, let's get right into the interview with your first question. There's 10 questions in total.
Okay.
Alright, so the first thing is, what thing was the most important for you to get bitches? This could be something like stepping outside of your comfort zone, etc. What would you say?
I'd say you gotta know, like, how to communicate with a person and keep a conversation going. Like, when I first got into my relationship, I was not the most talkative person. I mean, it's girls, right? They can be scary. So
I agree.
you gotta learn how to, like, keep a conversation going and be able to talk pretty quick. Yeah, that's one thing I learned while doing that.
Alright, communication. I say that's an important thing to work on. I say that's a good answer. Good answer. Alright, for the next question, how much effort would you say you have to put in to get bitches and keep them on a scale of 1 through 10? You can elaborate on your answer if you'd like.
As much as you possibly can. You don't want to be putting in 50, like, say you put in 50% of the effort and she puts in maybe 100% of the effort, your relationship is kind of just going to fail. It has to be a 100-100, both people, in order for you to maintain that.
Yeah, so you're
Yeah.
saying that the amount of effort you should put in, it should be equal to your partner. Or
Yeah.
like the person you're trying to get into a relationship with.
Yes.
Alright, I like that answer. Good answer. Alright, question 3. What would you say your girlfriend or bitches like best about you in general? Or like what would a girl like in someone the best?
Okay, your hair, you have to have a hair routine, because if you look like garbage, nobody's going to want you. You can't lie. You got to be able to you got to have good humor. Like, you got to be funny, in my opinion. And I mean, some people aren't funny, but being funny is definitely something that girls are always looking for.
I agree.
Like, say you take a girl on a date and you get a flat tire. Like, you don't want to be that one guy that doesn't know how to change a tire and is just like in this super awkward moment. Like, if I was a girl and my boyfriend didn't know how to change a tire, I'd dump him.
I honestly, bro, I would too, bro. You need to be that guy who can help as much as possible. I agree with that. 100%. So yeah, I say you're right about the hygiene thing and like having a routine. You know, you don't want to be, if you're a stinky ass, no one's gonna want to talk to you, right? That sort of
Yeah.
thing. I do agree with you on that. And you know, having those skills that like some people might not have to help the person you're trying to like get with or the person you're already with is definitely something I could see being important. All right, for question 5, what do you have to be good at or develop to get bitches?
Like I said before, communicating. Pretty much it. I'd say just communicating with your partner, or you know, learning how to deal with specific situations so that you don't end up like in a bad spot in a relationship.
Yeah, I see that. All right. Yeah, good answer. All right. So, what sort of personality traits would you say girls like to see in a guy that they are interested in?
Funny, smart, handy, handsome, obviously, and not really else sure.
Do you want to elaborate on any of those answers you brought up at all? Or like what you can do to improve them?
Nope.
No? All right. I'll try and do that to my stability when I talk about them. All right. So, what steps did you take to try and get bitches? Which of these steps worked for you, or like what would you say worked for you the best?
Well, one of the first steps you have to do is, find a girl and be able to like be in a position where you can go and talk to her. Like, you don't want to just randomly walk into something and be like, "Hey, you want to be my girlfriend?" Like, you kind of got to work up to it, right?
I sort of see what you're saying. In general, what'd you say some of the keys are to getting bitches? Or like, what are some of the things you could do to get bitches? Like, what are some of the keys?
Your style and clothing, your hair, having a good routine, keeping clean. Like, that's probably one of the biggest things. If you don't look like good and man material, then nobody's gonna want you. But I think also just being able to talk to somebody in like a good outgoing way is probably also another really important thing.
I'd agree with you. I agree with you on that. Would you say like building like a physical, like manly looking body is important?
I do think having a good fit body is a good thing. Like going to the gym often, taking care of yourself, your diet. Like, I do think all those things are good, but it kind of depends on the girl.
Yeah, I agree with you. How do you maintain a relationship with a girl once you start a relationship with them?
Communicating well, you gotta make time for her. I know a lot of guys are busy with stuff that they are doing, and finding time for your girl can be hard at times, but setting a specific day throughout the week, like a Friday night, date night, and just going out an activity. It could be just staying at home and watching a movie, but trying to find as much time for her and your relationship as possible, and then communicating with each other occasionally on how you think your relationship is going and voicing any opinion you have about the other person when you think of it.
I like that answer. All right. And for your final question before we stop this little interview that we got going, what tips in general do you have for the viewers to help them get bitches? So any tips in general that you want to give the audience?
I don't have much that I haven't already listed. Being kind of an outgoing person, willing to try new things in a relationship, you know, that kind of stuff.
All right, Arden, I want to say thank you for coming out and coming on to my video. Oh, he just left. This is kind of awkward for me in the audience. Just like left. All right, Arden, I just want to say thank you for coming out and being part of my video. Thank you for taking it serious, and I'll talk to you another time. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. All right, bye.
Bye.
Dub Arden. Hello, Caden, and Caden's girlfriend that I don't know the name of. Welcome to my video on how to get bitches. You are the third person I'm interviewing, and final person I'm interviewing for the video. Thank you for coming out. Alright.
No problem.
Let's start it off. But before we start off, do you just have anything you want to plug real quick?
I stream on Twitch sometimes. Twitch.tv/MetalYoshi5K.
Alright, I'll put it on.
That's about it.
And the link in the description, so you guys can go check out his content. Alright, so for the first question I have is, so what would be the most important for somebody to get bitches?
I think one of the most important things, and I'm probably going to find myself saying this a lot throughout the interview, is to just be yourself.
So, like, just be yourself? Alright.
That's a big one, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Alright. How much effort on a scale from 1 through 10 would you say you have to put in to get bitches? You can elaborate on your answer if you want.
So, with the way it worked, I didn't really pull her, she pulled me.
Yeah. You told me.
Yeah. So I put in like almost no effort. Obviously, there's a point that once you cross this point, you're like if the girl's into you, you'll know. And once you know, once I found out, I was like, okay, yeah, well, I'm gonna play my cards very carefully here. I don't want to mess this up. So like, there's different stages. So on like the first stage, before you're 100% certain the girl's into you, you gotta be like a little cautious, so it's like a 3 out of 10 in effort. But then after, playing your cards right, making sure you don't make any mistakes, that's a little more difficult. So it'd probably be about like a 6 out of 10 at that point.
Yeah. How could you tell that like someone is into you?
You just know. It's weird. Like there's some things like I was like, okay, well, see, my girlfriend made it really obvious. I got pretty lucky with that. She made it very, very clear that she was interested. But that's not always the case.
Yeah, I assume so too. Alright. What are some things you need or have to do to get bitches? Or like something that you can improve on to get bitches?
Hygiene's a big one. Obviously.
100%.
Having pride in yourself as well. If you aren't like confident in yourself, if people don't believe that you believe in yourself, if people think you believe in yourself, they'll believe in you. And so that applies with confidence as well. Like you gotta at least appear confident to some extent, for sure. And again, be yourself is a big one there as well.
What do you have to be good at or develop to get bitches?
So what do you have to be good at or develop?
Yes.
I play guitar. I don't know if that was part of it. I think it was a little bit. You gotta be good at something that'll catch the person's eye to begin with. That'll make you stand out. But that's just like it's like when you're fishing, you've got the bait, right? But once you hook them, you're good. But you gotta have good bait in order to get them to notice you to begin with. Is kind of what I've found.
Yeah, being interesting, I definitely feel is a big part in it, 100%. And like having that skill that like stands out, I definitely agree that could be something that could be important.
Yeah.
Okay. What type of personality traits do girls like to see in guys? I think this one your girlfriend can answer pretty well.
My girlfriend answered this one. Yeah, she answered one other as well. She said the thing that she find most important are listening when guys actually care and when they like try to connect and they don't just go for looks. And I think she's got some very good points. That's pretty much all she said for that one, but
I
Yeah.
like that though. I like that. All right. In general, what would you say are some of the keys to getting bitches?
again, you gotta have like the bait. You gotta stand out a little bit to begin with, and then once you've got them hooked, then just be who you want to be, and if it's meant to work out, it'll work out.
All right, I agree. Okay, what steps could someone take to get bitches?
Okay, so this one my girlfriend also answered, but she didn't quite answer it like properly. She said, "Don't be an idiot and refer to them as bitches." She said, "Don't call them bitches."
Yeah, I agree with that too. I just did that because it's more like, relevant, funny a little
That's
bit. So,
relevant.
yeah. I like that. Do you have anything to input for that?
I think she has a bit of a point, but some big steps. You really got to put yourself out there. That's really important. That I think is a big one.
Yeah, I always think that like getting out of your comfort zone, putting.
Stepping out of your comfort zone is definitely very important.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if they don't know that you exist, then there's no way that you're gonna get with them. So I believe that what you said, by putting yourself out there, then you actually have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all right.
And another very, very important step I found is patience. So I've got kind of a funny story. Is it okay if I ramble for a couple minutes?
Yeah. Go ahead. If it's an interesting story, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I met my girlfriend last year, but she was in like an unhealthy relationship with this other guy, and so I never really got a chance to talk to her. And I did like her at some point last year, which was kind of funny considering how things ended up. But I was like, you know what? She's like really awesome. I'm gonna wait. I don't care. I'm just gonna wait, and if it works, it works. And I waited, and now I got her. So that's kind of funny. Patience, very important.
Patience is a virtue, as they say.
Yep.
Yes, sir. All right. How do you maintain a relationship once you do end up getting bitches?
Maintaining a relationship. Don't be a dick is a big one. I've known quite a few people who have been. So maintaining it. Always be willing to listen. Be very open, and communication is a very, very big part of that. I know with my relationship, communication is the most important thing. If there's something that one of us isn't particularly happy about, we bring it up and we have a discussion about it, and hopefully resolve it.
Yeah, communication's definitely a big one. And you'll get better at that once you get out of your comfort zone, like we said earlier. So the more you bring yourself out there, the easier it is to communicate and solve problems and resolve things with your partner, which is gonna be one of the most important things. I could definitely see that 100%.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then finally we have, in general, what tips you have for the viewers to get bitches, just in general.
My tips and tricks. It's funny. I'm kind of notorious with some of the people that I know for not getting bitches. So, my advice, and take this with a grain of salt, don't rush it. Don't rush it is the big thing. Never rush it.
Yeah, you don't
It's always
want to be
a bad decision.
Yeah, you don't want to be too pushy, because it's I don't know if this is true, but if you get too pushy, it might seem like you're trying too hard.
And my advice as well for when you're in a relationship is with anything, do not rush it. And don't go into anything with expectations. Never. That's always a bad idea. Because if you have expectations and they're not met, then you'll be disappointed. So never go into anything with any expectations.
Yeah, if you have no expectations, there's no way to be. It's like the saying, if you expect the worst, then it can't get bad, or something like that. I don't know that expression.
Kinda.
Yeah, alright. That was all my questions I have for you, Caden. Thank you for coming out. Also, and thank your girlfriend, too, for answering some of the questions.
No problem.
Some of them could be answered better by a girl, so I'm glad that you let her answer some of the questions.
I'm glad I was able to get some input from her as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming out and taking it seriously. Thank you so much. And
no problem.
Have a good day.
You guys that are watching, by the way, subscribe to this guy. He's freaking awesome.
Hell yeah, bro. This video's about to be fire. So, yeah. Thank you for coming out. And now you get to be part of the video, so.
Exciting.
Yeah. Alright. Talk to you later.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries. Doug Caden and his.
Alright, now that you're done for the interviews and have learned a lot of stuff, now it's my turn to tell you some things that you can do to get bitches. Now, as we start, before we can get into what we can learn from these men, I want to let you know that getting bitches is going to take a lot of effort. For a lot of these tips and points, you may have to put in a lot of work to apply these things to yourself. When I asked 3 people I interviewed how much effort it takes, I got a lot of high answers, so it's going to take a lot of effort to get bitches. Trust me, you're going to need to put in a lot of work. Getting bitches will not happen overnight. You're going to have to have patience, which I'll talk about later. There are a shit ton of things you can do to improve your chances of getting bitches, and any of these things will make the chances better for each one you improve on. The more effort you put into improving these things, we have learned that you can help you get bitches, the more success you will have in pulling bitches. Keep that in mind for this section of the video. This one sentence is very important, so remember it. The more work and effort you put into these points, the easier it will be to get bitches and keep the relationship with them. So, with that out of the way, what are some things you can do to get bitches? Well, let's start with mindset and confidence. The first step to getting bitches is to get into the mindset that you can get bitches. If you don't think you can get bitches, spoilers, you won't have the confidence to get them in the first place. You just won't be able to. This may sound really cliche, but you really have to believe in the fact that you can get bitches. It's the power of believing, bro. It's real. However, this mindset does not come easy. It may need you to improve yourself as a person before you can get into that mindset. So you may have to do some improving on yourself before you can believe you can get bitches. Part of building confidence is having a body you're comfortable in. Make sure you get exercise and stay in shape. Girls are like a guy who are in shape and look physically good. Go for a run, do some cardio, maybe go to the gym, maybe even buy some weights and start pumping some iron at your own home like I do sometimes. I got weights on the ground over there. Anyway, yeah, if you're comfortable in your body, your confidence will skyrocket. And if your body looks good, girls will 100% notice. Trust me, they will. You also got to be confident in your ability to pull bitches. If people don't see you as a confident individual, your chances of getting bitches goes straight down. It'll go right down. If you don't see you as a confident individual, chances of getting bitches, like, don't say that confidence in yourself may need to be gained by improving yourself. Another thing about mindset is what you'll gain from getting bitches. Why do you even want bitches in the first place? Like, why do you? Me and Kaido talked about how getting bitches shouldn't be something you do just to have them. You should get bitches as an improvement to your life and your girl's life. Trust me, you want to improve your life and the person you're with life when you get bitches. The first step is mindset and confidence. Be that individual that shines in the crowd and attracts bitches with your sheer confidence. Once you're that confident, man, if you ever get rejected by bitches, never lose hope. Once you lose hope, it's all over. So even after you get rejected 1 time, 2 times, 5 times, 10 times, always get back up and keep trying. If you give up hope, then it's all over for you. The moment you lose hope is the moment your chance of getting bitches goes to 0. If you give up hope and stop trying, you're never going to get bitches. So that's mindset and confidence. Make sure your mindset is that you can get bitches. You can do it. You can pull. You have riz. Make sure you know that. And that confidence will come after you improve yourself with a lot of these points. Anyway, the next point I want to talk about is hygiene and style. Hygiene improvement was an answer from all 3 people. All of them, all 3 of the people I interviewed, all said that hygiene and style is important, or even just hygiene. So it's essential to getting bitches, and if you haven't established a hygiene routine, you will not get bitches. Trust me. If you stink and you are ugly, if you're ugly and you stink, you aren't pulling anyone. But if you're ugly but you don't stink and you smell good, hell, your chances are already good, bro, honestly. If you don't brush your teeth twice a day, you're not fooling. Anything you can do to increase how good you smell and look will make getting bitches a lot easier, trust me. Like me and Kaito said, if you smell like your greasy ass office chair, you really think a girl's gonna want to be with you?
No.
Bitches will not want to be around you, even if you're the most confident guy on the planet. If you stink, they're not gonna want to be around you. You gotta start using deodorant. Maybe if you have acne like me, bro, it's actually pretty bad. If you have acne, you might want to start treating it with something, anything really. I use oxy pads. So yeah, start brushing your hair and styling it.
We do not care.
It's kind of fuzzy because
we do not care.
We don't talk about that. All these things make it easier to get bitches to want to be around you. You have to be able to make bitches want to be around you. And a big part of that is your hygiene and what you smell like, bro. If you're stinky, no bitches are gonna be around you. Like me, I probably stink right now. Look, there's no bitches around me. I don't see any bitches, bro. Look, even on the roof, there's no bitches. So, bro, you need to get that hygiene and your style. You gotta get your style. You gotta get dripped out. I don't know what style you got. You just gotta perfect one style and smell good. Because if you don't smell good, you're freaking done. Nothing's gonna happen, bro. So, from me to you, you probably stink. Now stop stinking and you'll get bitches. So yeah, just looking good and smelling good in general will improve your chances a lot. And once again, it helps you gain that confidence that you can get bitches. If you look and smell great, that's a great step to take to getting bitches. And the fact that all 3 people I interviewed brought this up should just clearly make this a point that you need to get down, because everybody literally said it. Now, another thing is to try and develop your own style, which I already talked about. Personally, my style is the most bland and boring you can get. So try and go for a style that separates you from others and that makes you stick out in a good way. Like, look at me. My lady just got like champion on, bro. I got like a blue shirt right here. You can barely see it. What the fuck? I got blue pants on to kind of match it. I don't know if you can see. But yeah, my style is really basic. So you want to go for a style that'll stick out from the crowd. Like, mine does not stick out, so do not take me as an example. Anyway, an example of this is my good friend in social class pulls up to the class in the suit drip, separating him from the whole entire class in terms of style, which doesn't stick out to girls. Your style says a lot about you, so choose your style wisely. The way you want to be seen, the way you look, and the style you're choosing says a lot about you. So you want to make sure your style portrays you the best. So in general, make sure you smell good. Make sure your style is clean and drippy and represents you well. And boom, your chances already skyrocket from like 10% to 30%, bro. This is the biggest tip that you want to keep in mind. You must do this. So trust me, hygiene is important. That's one of the first major steps. Now, personally, this is one of my points. Getting out of your comfort zone. You need to do this, bro. This is going to be one thing that you're going to need to do 100%. Getting out of your comfort zone is a massive thing that you're going to need to work on to get bitches. If you never put yourself out there, bitches won't even know you exist. And if they don't know you exist, what are your chances of getting bitches? 0. If they don't know you exist, it's at 0. So try and talk to more people. And it doesn't even need to be girls. Just try and get out more and be with more people. Honestly, just go out there, talk to people, talk to as many people as you can. And the more people you talk to, the better you'll get at keeping conversations with anyone. And that's very important. So make sure to keep that in mind. It helps you not be awkward when you talk to bitches. The more you talk to people, the easier it is to talk to them. And trust me, you need to be confident with talking. You need to be confident with talking to get bitches. Trust me. Keeping eye contact is very important to keeping a good conversation and looking confident. So right now, I'm probably not keeping eye contact for the whole thing because my script is in the back. But like, make sure that your eyes are in there, are staring right at them like this. Make sure you keep that eye contact. It makes you look confident and not like a goofball. Like, if I'm looking over here the entire video, what does that say about me, bro? Like, if I was just looking over here the entire video, what does that say? I'm not looking at the audience, bro. I have to look at the audience. So make sure you're always looking into their eyes. So yeah, try and practice looking people in the eye when you speak to them. Eventually, it'll make you look more confident if you can look a girl that you like in the eye and talk to them. So especially if it's someone you like and you can look them in the eye, that's a good step forward. You don't put yourself out there and break out of your comfort zone, there's no possible way to get bitches. You have to break out of your comfort zone, bro. You have to. All right, the next big thing is that you have to make sure your personality is likable. Because this is an important thing, bro. A very important thing you have to work on. I had my friend Kaden say that being yourself is very important. You don't want to present a fake version of yourself to the girl you're attracted to. Because if she gets attracted to that fake version of you, then what does that say about you, bro? That you need to fake who you are to get bitches? That's horrible. You can't be a faker and get bitches. Because if they like you for the fake you, then you can't even be true to yourself anymore. And once you bring if you bring out your true self in front of them and they don't like it, then you just wasted your time. So keep that in mind. You must be genuine with them and show them what you really like. However, my friend Kaito said you must build a Lego personality and not be a dickhead. So if you take both these points and mash them together, you should build yourself a likable personality by taking a moment to look at who you are now and how you can change that to make it better. So introspective work is a big part of getting bitches. You have to make sure that you're not an asshole, or like if you're that guy who's always making fun of people, being a dickhead, not being supportive, no one's gonna like you. Not even guys. If you can't get guys to like you, what do you think is gonna get bitches to like you? Do you think bitches are gonna like you if guys don't like you? No. So yeah, and your friend says girls like it when guys listen and show that they care and try to connect with a girl and not just go for looks. So keep that in mind. Don't just go for looks. Introspective work will be the key to making a likable personality. It may be required for some of you to get bitches. Just think to yourself, am I like that one guy that nobody wants to be around? And if you answer yes to that, if you're like the guy that nobody wants to be around, then you're going to need to do some introspective work if you want to even pull one bitch. Let's be honest. You're going to need to do some introspective work. It should be heavily considered. After you've built up a likable personality by yourself around females, bitches will... After you've built up a likable personality, be yourself around females. Bitches will not like an absolute dickhead who's racist all the time and brings the people around him down. As Kaido said, picture the one guy everyone hates and don't be that guy. Be true to yourself around bitches. If you get bitches as a faker, it'll not last. Keep that line in mind. If you get bitches as a faker of who you are, it will not last. Never present yourself. Never present them a fake version of you. Be true to yourself. But after you have made something that you can be proud to be the true version of you. So keep that in mind. Another big part of getting bitches, you have to be interesting. To get bitches, a very important thing is that you have to be interesting. To quote Kaito, if you just sit in your crusty ass office chair and play video games all day long, no bitches are gonna like you. You have to get out there and do something. If you're not interesting, then why would any girl want to be with you? Just think about that. If you're not interesting, why would someone want to be with you? Get out more and go do stuff. Keep things mysterious and fresh. If we remember what Kaito said, he said, try not to spend too much time with your girlfriend or she'll know everything about you, in turn making you less interesting. You have to be mysterious, bro. Once someone knows everything about you, you're not interesting anymore, and they'll start getting bored of you, and that's not a good sign. So if you want to make sure to get bitches, you have to make sure you're not boring. And make sure to make time for yourself and time for your girlfriend, but not so much time that you become uninteresting to be with. Once again, getting out of your comfort zone comes back. Going anywhere and learning to be comfortable, going places will be very important. The more stuff you are comfortable doing, the more interesting things you can do. The more interesting and confident you can be on dates as well. And that's going to be very important because you're going to be going on dates a lot. So you want to appear confident. Try picking up a new hobby like cooking, maybe learn an instrument, pick up a sport. Hell, you could make content like me, bro. Look at my content, bro. You could make content like me, bro. You know how fulfilling that is? Just be interesting. Do anything interesting, honestly. Anyway, just pick up an interesting hobby. As Kane said, having something that separates you from the crowd of competing men can help you get bitches. For him, his girlfriend took an interest in the fact that he plays guitar, which separated him from others and eventually led to him getting a girlfriend. So that example right there, he picked up a guitar and he pulled bitches. So you could pick up cooking, video content creation, pick up a sport, anything that could attract bitches, anything. You can pick up something and be very good at it, then bitches will notice. They will take notice and they will like it. Trust me, if it's something interesting. Now, the final point I want to talk about in today's video on how to get bitches is patience. Patience is the key. Think back to Kaiden's story. He knew that the person he had a crush on was in an unhealthy relationship, right? He made sure to be patient and not rush her to get out of the relationship. He waited patiently and let that run its course. And then once she was available, he then chose to try and get with her. Patience paid off for him. So after that happened, he made sure to play his cards right and he pulled bitches. So remember, wait for the right time to pull bitches. If you're interested in someone, of course. Alright. Never rush when you're trying to get bitches. You must be a patient person. Never rush. Getting bitches is going to take a long time. You don't end up getting them overnight. Trust me. This process is going to take you days, weeks, months. You never know how long it'll take. It'll take years, actually, depending on where you start at. You must be patient and wait for the perfect time to ask them to be your girlfriend. A relationship builds over time, so you must be patient. Patience will be especially important if you're not confident in many of these things that will help you get bitches. So yeah, if you're not very confident in many of these things that I've talked about in today's video, trust me, the time it's going to take you to get bitches is going to be really long, trust me. You're going to have to improve yourself as much as possible to be able to pull bitches and keep them. And especially with the keeping them part, you want to be at the peak version of you. You don't want to be the low version of you. You want to be the peak version of you. The best you can be to get bitches. Because if you're at the peak of who you are, trust me, getting bitches will be so much easier. So yeah, it's going to take a lot of time to develop these skills and points. You're going to need to have lots of patience when it comes to getting bitches, especially if you're starting from square one. As I say, patience is a virtue, and that's especially true for getting bitches. So remember, guys, patience is a virtue. You must have that patience and just be willing to take the time to get bitches. You have to be able to be willing to put in that effort, have patience, and work on all these points if you want to pull bitches. If you ever want to get females, you're going to have to work on all these points, and it's going to take time to eventually perfect them or get them to a high enough standard where you are no longer the beta version of you. You are the alpha version of you. Let's put it like that. That's all I have for getting bitches. So, now, to throw in a curveball, how can we maintain a relationship with bitches? How can we do it? Well, now once we've gotten bitches, how can we keep a serious relationship with them? Well, I'm here to answer some of these questions and kind of give you some tips on how we can keep bitches. So now that we've talked about how we can get them, how do we keep them? Honestly, how do we keep them? Well, the first point is holding a conversation. This is important for both getting bitches and keeping them. This one is seriously important, so you want to pay attention. Being confident in your ability to have conversations with girls will carry you a long way and really help keep your relationship going. If you can master conversation, that will already boost the likelihood of your relationship lasting long from like 20% to like 60%, honestly. This is really important. You can practice this by talking to literally anyone. The more practice you have talking to people, the better you'll be at holding an interesting conversation and the better you'll be at keeping a relationship going. Practice this as much as possible and try and practice different things in different environments as well. So trust me, and you want to practice holding conversation in many environments. Trust me, you like try practicing at, I don't know, a hockey game or a public place, your house, I don't know, like the fucking coffee shop, I don't know. Just go anywhere and just try and talk to somebody and hold a conversation with them for as long as you can. And it's going to be different in different environments. The environment will always like the environment will dictate what you're going to talk about sometimes and like what you can talk about. So trust me, different environments create different approaches. So obviously try and practice as much as possible. Holding conversation is very important. You're going to have communication and a very high willingness to listen. All right, in any relationship, you're going to have issues that you and your partner are going to have to fix. This is where communication comes in and is very important. To keep a relationship going, both of you need to be comfortable communicating to each other what's bothering you in the relationship and how you can fix those problems. Because trust me, problems are not good. You got to solve them. But then they'll build up your relationship even stronger because you can fix problems together. If there's ever a concern, bring it up to your partner and problem solve with them. If you can't do this, then your relationship will never last. If you can't even solve a problem with your partner, you guys are not meant to be. Make sure you get comfortable with your partner and are able to communicate with them. Now, in communication, you have to be a great listener. Listen to the problems they have and try to see them from your partner's perspective. Your partner will like it if you show them that you're listening and can tell you right now. My stepmom, so here's a little story for you guys. So one time I came back from school, right? And my dad was getting it. He was getting that yelling, bro, from my stepmom. She was mad at him for not listening. So make sure that you always listening and like try and listen as much as possible, because if you don't listen, you might get yelled at, bro. You might get in trouble for your bitch, bro. You don't want that. Trust me, you do not want to get in trouble. Because once you get fried like that, it's over for you. You're done. So honestly, just listen, bro. Just from personal experience, listen. Also, as you are listening, try to remember everything you can about your partner, like what food they like, what shows they're interested in, what they wear, etc. So always pay attention to details. Details are very important. If you can write these down, it'll be so like crucial for like Valentine's Day, Christmas, anniversary gifts, all that stuff. If you can make sure, if you know a lot about your partner and like write it down, then you will be the perfect gift giver. You'll be the perfect, you'll be perfect at doing so many things. So try and make sure you know a lot about your partner so you can do those special things on special days for them. So just make sure to keep that up. Now listen. Remember to communicate with your partner and be as perceptive as possible. Make sure your senses are always active and you're always listening, because trust me, that is very important. You really want to be perceptive and you really want to be listening as much as possible. Moving on. To keep a relationship, you really have to be thoughtful and caring. And honestly, this is also a good point for getting bitches too, because if you're not thoughtful and caring and you're more of a dick, then the girls aren't going to like you. Let's be honest. They're not going to like you. In a relationship, something that can help you keep it going is showing that you care about someone with both your words and actions. Actions are always better than words, though. Remember that. If you show something with your actions, there's way more weight to that than just talking with your words. If you say like, oh, I am going to do this to help you or something, then, or like, if you say I love you, then it's like, it's not as impactful as if you do something that shows that you love them. So like, if you give them a hug, it's probably more worth than just saying I love you, honestly. That's how I say it. Anyway, action always better than words. You could do things like tell them things about them that you are grateful for, come out with one day. Or for example, my friend Ronan's planning on making a wooden pendant for his girlfriend. So that's just an example of actions you can do to show that you care. So yeah, one day you could even just write down like 10 things you're grateful for about your partner and just tell them it. And then they'll know that will just make them like you so much because they'll know that you're grateful for them. So make sure that you are grateful for them. Actions like these make you come off as more thoughtful, a thoughtful, caring person. Partner will love that sort of thing. As Kaito said, if we go back to what he said, girls love it when you send corny messages about how much you appreciate them. So if you show that you appreciate them in any way, that's already good. That's already good. Make sure you're doing that as much as possible. Make sure you're showing with actions and words that you care, partner. So once again, if you combine both your actions and your words, like if you make a promise and then you keep it right there, that's going to show that you care. So make sure that you're using both actions and words to keep bitches. Make sure actions and words. Combine those two. Boom. That's a recipe for keeping your relationship. Anyway, get thoughtful and creative about how you show you care. These actions go along with maintaining your relationship. Keep this in mind for special days of the year, especially Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, I'm just going to tell you this right now. Look into my eyes. Never fuck up Valentine's Day. You fuck up Valentine's Day, it's over, bro. They'll probably break up with you. So be careful on Valentine's Day. Make sure that day's special, bro. And anniversary, too. Anyway, sorry for getting a little bit close there. All right, my last and final point for keeping relationship. Be comforting and try to help as much as possible. If your partner's ever having problems in their life, be that shoulder they can lean on. You have to be that person that they can rely on. You have to be reliable. Make sure you're comforting and trying to make an effort to help them through issues they may be having or problems they may be having. Your partner will love it if you take actions to help their problems. This also ties into being caring. If you show you care about their problems and want to help them through these problems, they want to be with you because you're that person they can feel comforted by in rough times. So if you're that person that, like, I don't know, let's just say, like this pillow right here. Hold up, let me flip it. This Flames pillow is your bitch. You want to be, and this my shoulder, you want to be the guy who can carry them on their shoulder and let them cry into it. So let's just pretend this is a bitch, then they're crying. You want to be that guy they can lean on. Let me put my pillow back. Anyway, yeah. Another thing you can do is help your partner out as much as possible. Be that guy who's useful and can do things like put together furniture, fix up bikes, change a tire. Like Arden said. Arden brought up changing a tire. That's one of the examples. Just serve drinks if you're over the age of 18. Like, of course, if you're under 16, you watch this video, or under 18, you watch this video. You don't really need to know how to serve drinks if you're 18 because you're not supposed to be drinking, right? Better not be drinking. Make sure you can be a very helpful person. Think of all the scenarios in your mind where you may be asked to do something and be prepared for those. Just take some time, close your eyes, think of some scenarios that you may need to, that your wife or partner may need to ask you for help. Just think of those and just think of how you can solve them. Come prepared. Always make sure you're prepared. Being prepared is very important. I could have mentioned that too. Yeah, your partner will want to stay with you if they know you're useful and reliable. Keep that in mind. It's very important. If you come off as a reliable man, then you're already like better than 5,000 billion% of people. If you're that reliable guy, trust me, bitches are going to like you. So make sure that you're reliable and you know how to do stuff. All right, my brothers. In conclusion, we have taken in the knowledge on how to get bitches. But now you have to apply these concepts to yourself. Everything we talked about, try and work on it. Take these things and implement them as much as you possibly can. The harder you work to apply these things yourself, the easier it will be for you to get bitches and maintain those relationships with them. Getting bitches will not be a completable task without effort. You must put in as much effort as you can to get bitches. If you don't put in any effort, I mean, some people can do it. Bro, if you just look like a Chad, bro, you can probably do it without putting in any effort. But honestly, put as much effort as you can, even if you do look like a gay Chad. The more effort you put in, the better. So get out there and get to work on getting bitches, my fellow man. This is your time to step up and apply these points to yourself. So, what are you waiting for? Why are you still watching this? Why are you still watching my video on how to get bitches? When you could get up off your ass and go work on how to get bitches and all these points that we talked about. So, what are you doing here? Click off the video. Subscribe before you click on the video, you know what I'm saying? But like, click off the video and go work on how to get bitches and everything you can do to get them. Good luck, fellow men, and I hope this helped you out. Peace. Good luck on getting bitches. Hopefully I helped you. Yeah, you're welcome. Peace.